Good morning, gamers! Today, I'm gonna do a tier list once again. How original, I know, right? But here's the thing, it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna do a tier list, but from the D to the S. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna show the worst stages first, and I'm gonna work myself up to the S tier. I swear it's gonna be worth it. And probably the last Sonic tier list I'm gonna do in a while, because I really need to work on some videos. And I've been occupied. It's not easy being a content creator. I know, tier list videos, man. Anyway, let's go. As we're starting with the first ever D tier, Marble Garden Zone. Man, if you ever told me the most boring Sonic level in the history of the franchise, I would believe you if you told me it was Marble Garden Zone. This level is so boring. After such an amazing first level that was Green Hill Zone, you automatically fuck it up by showing this as the second stage. Whoa. You know, if it was, you know, if there was more platforming involved, I would like it more, but there's barely any platforming as well. It's basically a Mario, what's this called? The auto-scrolling levels in a Sonic game. That's not a good thing. I played Sonic Forces, I played Sonic 1 on the Game Gear. Auto-scrolling levels in Sonic is not a good thing. This one goes on D tier. The second D in this tier list is going to be Labyrinth Zone. No, what were you thinking when you make this level, bro? I have never played, you know, this is the worst level in classic Sonic history. I do not care what anyone says. You might say it's Metropolis Zone, you might say it's Sky Chase, you might say Oil Ocean, you might say Flying Battery, you may say either. No. Labyrinth Zone is without a doubt the worst level, not only in classic Sonic history, but a top 5 of one of the worst levels in Sonic history. Yeah, I don't like this stage at all. It should go in D tier and it should die. Speaking of dying, Sky Chase Zone from Sonic 2. This one also is a D tier level. Do not care what anyone says. It is absolutely boring. There's barely anything to do. Not even the music can save it, so sorry to say this, but this level fucking sucks. And now the last, no, not the last. I thought it was gonna be the last, but then I forgot Sonic CD was a thing. The only D tier in Sonic 3 is Sandopolis. Man, I wanna like this level. I really wanna like it, but man, Act 2, it is horrendous. I do not like it. And Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is my favorite Sonic game of all time. And even I can admit when a level is bad. So yeah, Sandopolis is straight up a trash level. Now for Sonic CD, surprisingly enough, there's only one level, there's only one stage I do not like, and that's Wacky Workbench. I feel like the level design is a little bit too much. It tries to do so many in such a short time. I'm sorry, I try to get into this level, I really do, but I just do not like it at all. And the original levels for Sonic Mania, yeah, believe it or not, none of them are D tiers. Even the weakest one is not a D tier. So yeah, let's go with the C tiers. Now, starting off with the first C tier, it's actually Scrap Brain Zone from Sonic 1. Okay, so, you know, I don't hate Scrap Brain Zone. I really don't. I don't like it either. Because, like, sure, I appreciate when a level is hard as hell, but here the level design is just all over the place, okay? It's almost like Metropolis Zone, but I kind of like Metropolis Zone a bit more than Scrap Brain Zone, but just a little bit more. At least the music is really catchy, you know? Oil Ocean is the second C tier. Here's the thing, I don't know, I find this level to be pretty mid. Ever since I played it the first time, I was like, oh, Oil Ocean. Like, the first time I played it, I was like, oh, this doesn't look that good. And then, when it came back to in Sonic Mania, I was like, oh, cool. It's in Sonic Mania too. Yes, my favorite level of all time. Yeah, I'm not that big on that one. And yeah, same with Metropolis Zone. Metropolis Zone, you know what? Challenging as hell, but I like a challenge. I like it a bit more than Scrap Brain Zone. But I don't know, it's just kind of, you know, instead of being 2 acts, if it was 2 acts, sure, I would probably consider being a B-. I don't know, I feel like it doesn't deserve to be above Scrap Brain Zone. Yeah, this is future me. I just want to let you know that I'm gonna swear in Spanish now because the roosters don't let me record. Now, for Sonic... Maldita sea, no hace ningún fucking ruido hasta que yo empiezo a grabar. ¿Por qué así? Now, for Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Anyway, C tier. Now, believe it or not, for Sonic 3, there's no C tier level. But for Sonic and Knuckles, though, I gotta give it to Flying Battery Zone. I feel like if it wasn't for Sandopolis Zone, Flying Battery would be the weakest level in the entire half. I'm not that big on it. I'm sorry. I know it has its fans, and you know, it was really improved on Sonic Mania, but here in the original on Sonic 3, I'm sorry, I feel like it's really trashy. Hidden Palace Zone. Another C tier level, but that's because it's really short. But it has a Knuckles boss fight, and it has a really iconic piece where where Eggman tricks you know, when Eggman just electrocutes Knuckles and then he just takes the emerald away. That's gold. I like that. I really like that. Another one for the C tier, and this one's for Sonic CD. I feel like it's Tidal Tempest. I don't like water levels in Sonic games. I know, how original. I don't like water levels in Sonic games. Wow, so riveting. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like it's... Another one to the C tier. The last C tier here, because Sonic Mania doesn't have a C tier level. I know, from the original ones. Quartz Quadrant Croissant. Yeah, that one. Not that big on it either. But it's not really that bad, actually. It's not bad. It's actually a bit better than Tidal Tempest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to add. Okay, here we go. The B tiers. The B tiers. And which one's gonna start off the B tiers? Well, Spring Yard Zone from Sonic 1. Now, believe it or not, this one, I actually enjoy it. It's not really that great. I like the music, though. The music's really catchy. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about this level. It's fine. Makes me cope, so... Although, when I was a kid, when that one blue robot appeared in Spin Dash Sonic, I thought, when I first played it, I thought that was Metal Sonic, and I was so confused on, wait, Metal Sonic didn't appear in Sonic 1? And, yeah, I was right, it was a chicken. Aquatic Ruin from Sonic 2. Like I said, not that big on water levels, but I actually kind of enjoy this one. It's one of the better ones in the entire franchise when it comes to the water levels. Because if you're really good at the game, if you're really good, you never touch water in this level. So yeah, if you touch water, that's a skill issue and get good. Hilltop Zone. Yeah, another one. It's pretty much Emerald Hill Zone, but slower. But unlike, you know, Marble Zone or Labyrinth Zone, Hilltop Zone is actually a lot faster than the other two. I don't know. I actually enjoy the level design here, and I like the little dinosaur robot. Wing Fortress. Yep. Popular opinion, I guess, but I actually like Wing Fortress. Yeah, it's not really that great of a level, but I really like the tension. And if you really know me, I said this in the Sonic boss fights, final boss fight tier list. I love tension in fucking Sonic games, dude. Yeah, so this one goes on a B, cause man, and if you're really good at the game, if I sound like a nerd, if you're really good at the game, you can actually take a shortcut with the shield. You get hit, and then you take a shortcut, and then you can beat. I think you can beat the level faster or something like that. But yeah, I like the stage. Like, I don't know if to count this as a level Death Egg from Sonic 2, but the only reason why I'm putting it on B is because, you know, the Death Egg robot, which is like an S tier final boss fight, not only in Sonic but in video games in general. So yeah, there's not much to talk about. Marble Garden Zone from Sonic 3. Yeah, the third level in the entire Sonic 3 game. I think it's fine. Like, it's actually not bad. I enjoyed it. It's fine. But, you know, out of every level in Sonic 3, you know, the first half, I feel like this is the weakest one. Because, like, you know, Angel Island, Hydro City, Carnival Night, and Heist Cap Zone and Launch Base, those are all bangers. So, yeah, this one is kind of the weakest for me. And the second B tier from this one is Carnival Night Zone. Fine, yeah, it's I enjoy it. It's actually kind of fun. Those barrels though, they can die. Mushroom Hill Zone from Sonic and Knuckles. Yep, the second half, we're in there right now. And it's actually not that bad. It's actually a really good first level. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Doomsday Zone, I don't know how to actually rank it. I don't know. It's the same thing with the Death Egg. I don't know if to count them as the boss fight or as an actual level. So yeah, I'm putting them on B, but you know, those boss fights are S tier. Palm Tree Panic. Yes, baby, B. That's a great introduction to Sonic CD. I really enjoy that one. The music, the music might be the best first level theme in Sonic history. I do not care what anyone says, okay? That's high praise, and that's because it deserves it. I think Sonic CD has probably a top 3, top 5 best soundtrack in the entire franchise. So yeah, I think it's warranted. Collision Chaos, yeah, second level in the game. I think it's fine. It's a good follow-up to Palm Tree Panic. Also, the music is really good. Oh, and there we get introduced to Metal Sonic for the first time in the franchise. That's cool, because I like Metal Sonic. I think this was the first time we see Metal Sonic. He just appears out of nowhere and kidnaps Amy. What a Chad! Now here we go, the first B tier. The first B of Sonic Mania, the original stages. It's going to be Mirage Saloon or whatever, I don't know. Now here's the thing. When you play a Sonic, Tails, Mighty, or Ray, that first level is mid. Because, you know, it starts pretty much like Sky Chase Zone, and I don't know, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But Act 2, and if you're playing as Knuckles, this becomes a fantastic level. And you know what, now that I think about it, now that I'm actually talking about it, it's not on A, it's not on B, it's gonna be an A rank later, but I'll rank it later. Titanic Monarch. Because now that I think about it, that's a B tier. It's one of the weakest levels in the game, actually. I don't really enjoy it that much. Like, it's a good level. Obviously, it's a good level. But when you compare it to the other ones, you can kind of see the dip in quality here. And you know, the final boss fight. Again, I don't know how to rank this. It comes more as a boss fight, so I'm gonna put it on B. Because the final boss fight is actually not that bad. Here we go. We're on the A ranks. The A ranks. This is going to be epic. Now for the first A rank, Starlight Carnival. For the first A rank, Starlight Zone. This baby, this one, because you know, after such such a terrible level that was Labyrinth Zone, we finally get to do the thing that we wanted to do since Green Hill Zone. Speed. And here's the thing, here's the bad thing about this though. The levels are really short. That's unfortunate. Because if they were longer, they would definitely be an S tier. Casino Night Zone, the second A tier level. Yes. 100% yes. This, I love casinos. I'm lying. I hate casino levels. But in Sonic 2, it's actually good. It's not like in Sonic Heroes where the level design is shit. In here, it's simple. It's nice. I enjoy it. Launch Base Zone. Boy, this level. Yeah, it's the final level of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, at least the first half. And it's actually a really good final level. It sets up the second half really good. Like, you defeated Eggman, but
it's not over yet.
And I don't know. I don't know. Oh, and that Big Arms fight? Well, I don't know if it's in... Well, it's not on the... When you combine Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's not there. But if you play Sonic 3 alone, it's there. You fight the Big Arms, and that's a really good boss fight. I don't know if it's in Sonic Origins. I haven't played Origins in a while, so maybe it is, maybe it's not. But I really like Big Arms. The other boss fight, it's kind of mid. Lava Reef. This level is hard, especially with Knuckles. But it's a really good challenge. You know, after you beat Lava Reef Zone Act 1, it's not Lava Reef Zone anymore. It's Hidden Palace, because like everything changes. Like it's not even, you're not even in a volcanic place. You're just in a cave, which it's kind of a shame. I really like the aesthetic for Lava Reef Zone. I like the aesthetic for Lava Reef Zone Act 2, but I don't know. It's called Lava Reef for a reason, not because there's barely any lava in it, really. Death Egg from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic and Knuckles, whatever. Yeah, unlike the Death Egg from Sonic 2, this one's an actual level. And it's a really damn good one. Stardust Speedway. Yeah, I really like this level in Sonic CD. It's a really good one. But, and here, this is a big but, I don't think it's the best one in the game. Really, it's the only A tier in the entire game, in my opinion. It's way better in Sonic Mania though, because like sometimes the level design does drag on in Star Speedway and CD. In Mania, not so much. And for Sonic Mania, for the original levels, yeah, here we go, Mirage Saloon. I already said it, because like if you play as Sonic, Tails, Mighty, or Ray, yeah, the first level, not that good. It's Sky Chase Zone, and I will not like that. But that second stage, really good. And if you're playing with Knuckles, even better, baby, because you get an actual level, and I really like that. And that's why it's on A tier, because of the Knuckles stage. These shouldn't really be a surprise, but for some reason it will surprise some people. Green Hill Zone, obviously, the one that introduced the entire franchise, the first level ever, the one that we are tired to see. But I ain't gonna lie, I love seeing Green Hill Zone sometimes, because like, here's the thing. Sure, it's nice to see Green Hill Zone, but if it's being brought back in every single Sonic game, it was brought back in Sonic Adventure 2, it was brought back in Generations, it was brought back in Forces, Mania, Frontiers, and it just like it just got boring. Like, I get it, this is Sonic's favorite place to be in, but man, move the fuck on! Emerald Hill, no surprise here, one of the best first level one of Emerald Hill, obviously no surprise here, this is one of the best first levels in the entire Sonic franchise. Yeah, that's it. Like, it's pretty much Green Hill Zone 2.0. It has way more color, it's faster, the music it's honestly kind of better, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It introduced Tails, my boy, and it's a really fun level. What can I say? Chemical Plant Zone, perfect level, perfect. It was perfect, perfect. Everything, down to the last minute detail. But it was better in Mania. I'm sorry, dude. If you in this one, you can't play Puyo Puyo. In the Mania one, you can play Puyo Puyo, and you can bounce on those fucking gelatines, whatever they're called in English. I don't know. I'm an English second speaking language. Okay. Angel Island Zone. Dude, perfect. How do you introduce this new game? Easy. Transform into Supersonic. Fly across the stage. Have the antagonist punch Supersonic so hard he turns back into base. And there we go. Angel Island Zone. The perfect entry. The perfect first level. The perfect way to introduce a level in Sonic. I do not care what anyone says. This is fantastic. But here's a big but. Obviously, this isn't the best level in the game, because that's Hydro City Zone, baby! The best water level in the entire Sonic franchise. I do not care what anyone says. Take your aquarium parks and your freaking aquatic ruins out of here. Hydro City Zone, and there's some people that call it Hydrocity. Those people are dumb. It's obviously Hydro City, okay? And the music, actually perfect. And Commander Manny's 456 favorite level. He is based Ice Cap Zone. Now this level is cold, but man, it's so good. The music is iconic, dude. That when you start that level and you're skiing, Sonic is skiing. That right there, it's marked in my memory. You thought Sonic Adventure 2's first level is iconic cityscape? It is! Ice Cap Zone was the one that started it all. And man, when I saw Sonic do that, I was like, man, he is such a badass. And you can get like 300 rings if you're actually really good at the stage. Sky Sanctuary Zone from Sonic and Knuckles. Yes! 1,000,000%. Yes! This level, even though it's only one stage, just that's all you need. One stage, it's perfect. You don't need to do more than just one. If there was two, it would be too much. If it's one, perfection. The way that Sonic is running at the end, running so he can reach the Death Egg, that is marked into my memory. And the freaking Mecha Sonic boss fight with Knuckles, that is a really great final boss fight for Knuckles. And it's challenging as hell. At least that's what I remember. But great boss fight. Metallic Madness from Sonic City, the only S tier in my opinion. This is the one level I enjoy the most. I don't know if I like this more than the Mania version, but this one is almost perfect. This level is almost perfect. If comparing every other S tier in this game, this is the weakest S tier. But it's a really good one. Here we go. These two levels, this was no surprise to anyone. Studiopolis Zone. In my humble, more or less factual opinion, Studiopolis Zone, it is the best classic Sonic level of all time. Hell yeah, baby. The music, holy crap. T-Lopes, I love you, man. And I think he's working on the new Sonic game, Sonic Superstars. And if that has taught me anything, is that the soundtrack is gonna be a banger. So yeah, Sonic Mania has good music, whatever. But yeah, Studiopolis might be the most perfect Sonic level in 2D ever. I do not care what anyone says, okay? And here we go, the last S rank. Yeah, what do you expect? First Garden Zone is like the best snow level in Sonic history. And that's so cool. And the concept about it, it's so cool. Because Press Garden, there's a lot of freaking newspapers. And that's from the press. That is so cool. And then when you finish the first act, you're outside at the garden with there's snow, dude. When you're outside, there's the garden, dude. The press is in the inside and the garden is on the outside. I know I'm very easy to please. Can you tell? I am a Sonic fan after all. I adored this. I adore this level, not only in the aesthetic, in the music, in the level design, in the everything. If there's something I do consider the weakest part, it is the boss fight. But that's a given, because Sonic Mania has the weakest boss fights in probably 2D Sonic ever. Nope, the second, because let's be honest, Sonic CD has the worst boss fights in Sonic history. Bye bye.